All right, so we have 8 packages at 12 and 3/8 pounds, and then 4 packages at this much. So what's the average of these combined? So we have 8 of them, say 8 of them at 12 and 3/8, and then you have 4 of them at 15 and 1/4, and you want to find the average. So you divide this whole thing by 12, right? Because 8 packages and 4 packages. All right, so when you multiply this out, you notice you have a fraction 3/8. Oh, the 8 matches the 8 here. So what's 3/8 of 8? That would just simply be 3. And then 8 times 12 is 96, right? So 96, basically 96 plus that 3. All right, so that's the first part. This one, well, 4 times 15 is 60, and then 1/4 of 4 is 1, so that's just 61. So you just add this together, divided by 12, that's essentially 99 plus 61, which is, add that one, that's 100, 160, divided by 12, that's basically 40 over 3, and that's 13 and 1/3. That would be answer choice A. So this is basically a weighted sum or product sum, in which case you take the sum of 2 products, right? The product of this at this pounds, number of packages at this package per pound, per package, and you find the average by dividing by the total number of things you have. You have 8 of these guys and 4 of these guys. So then you just simply multiply it out. They're just fractions, and you calculate it. You look at the answer choices and you notice they're really complex fractions, so you're better off actually multiplying them all out and then dividing by 12 instead of taking another shortcut, which might be like, oh, well, if you have an equal number of them, if you had 8 of them and 8 of them, then the average would simply be the midpoint between, 12 point, let's say it was 12 pounds and this was like 16 pounds. Then the average would be 14 pounds if this were 8 and 8 weighted. But since you're weighting this more than you are this one, then whatever the midpoint is, let's say it's 12 and 16, and we said it was 14 before, it would be closer, it would be below 14, a little bit closer towards the 12 than towards the 16. And that's because you're weighting this side more than you are this side. But in this case, since you have all these fractions, you're better off just, instead of skipping to the shortcut, just actually multiplying it out. The fractions are actually not that bad, especially when you notice the 8 here and the 8 here. Well, what's 3/8 of 8? 3. Same thing with this one. 1/4. What's 1/4 of 4? 1. So once you spot the denominator matching what you're multiplying it by, then you know the math is going to be easy. So you just spend a little bit of effort, calculate it, and find that it's 13 and 1/3. Answer choice A.